Hello viewers, welcome to my channel and thank you for watching the videos. In this video I would like to discuss a few questions and formulas related to train, and these examples are based on CSET UPSC prelims examination. So let's see the formula and examples. So first is, let's say train's length is L and other object is stationary and it may be pole, it may be man. Then what is the formula? Speed of the train in that case will be length of the train and time taken to cross the stationary object. So this is first formula. Second is when train versus stationary object of certain length. In the first case, pole and man, they were not having any length, so they were stationary as well as no length. But here stationary object but certain length is given, like platform, other train or bridge is there. So in this case, speed of the train will be equal to length of the train plus length of stationary object upon time taken to cross the stationary object. That is, stationary object may be bridge, platform or other train. Now example is a train of length 150 meter moving at a speed of 90 km per hour can cross a bridge of 200 meter in this time. So length of train is 150 and speed of train is 90 km per hour, and we know the formula. Speed of the, in this case, will be, we will add both the things, the train length and bridge length. That will be the total distance covered. So that will be 150 plus 200, 350 meters. So now formula we read, speed of the train is equal to total distance, that is length of the train plus the bridge length upon the time taken to cover that bridge or whatever platform. So here bridge, and time we have to find out. So cross multiply and time will be distance upon speed. So distance is 350 we have taken and speed is 25. Why is it so 25? Because 90 km per hour we are making it into meter per second. I told in the video, when we have to convert it, the speed, we have to multiply it 5 upon 18. 1 km per hour is equal to 5 upon 18 meter per second. So we have multiplied it. 90 into 5 upon 80 is 25 meter per second. So this comes 14 seconds. Train versus moving object of no length. So in first two cases object was stationary, and in first no length, in second length. Third moving object and no length. For example, pole and man. So here length of train L is there, speed is x meter per second, so L meter is the length of train, and speed of man y meter per second, because it's moving, so some speed will be there, and that is y meter per second. So same direction, if they are moving in same direction, man and train, so x minus y, that x is the speed of train and y is the speed of man, so x minus y, that is the difference between relative velocity, is equal to length of the train upon time taken to cross each other. Now moving in opposite direction, so their relative speed will be added, so x plus y is equal to length of train upon time taken to cross each other. So right hand side formula is same, left hand side has changed. Now train versus moving object of a certain length. So again moving in the same direction, so here x minus y relative, and on right hand side we will add the length of both the things, length of train plus length of the object. So that will be the total distance upon time taken to cross each other. And if they are moving in opposite direction, so x plus y will be equal to length of train plus length of the, it will be moving object. So it will be moving object. And up, when two trains of lengths a meter and b meter are moving in the same direction or opposite direction with the speeds x meter per second and y meter per second respectively, and one is greater than another, so we assume x is greater than y, then the time taken to cross each other is a plus b, that is the length of the trains, addition of length of the trains upon x minus y or x plus y. This will be according to the, if they are moving in the opposite directions, then plus relative speed, and if in same direction, then negative. So it's a time taken we can find out. A 250 meter long train is running at 100 km per hour. In what time will it pass a man running at 10 km per hour in the same direction in which the train is going? So here 250 meter length of the train and its speed is 100 km per hour. So in what time will it pass a man? So man is moving here of no length, because man's speed is running 10 km per hour in the same direction. So it means the relative speed will be, because they are running in the same direction, so 100 minus 10, 90 km per hour is the relative speed of train to man. So it's in kilometer per hour, we will make it in meter per second, so multiply by 5 by 18, so 25 meter per second. So distance covered by train in passing a man will be 250, because man will be considered of no length, so 250 meter is the distance. So time taken is 250 upon 25, 10 seconds. Two trains of length 450 meter and 550 meter, so are moving in the same direction with the speeds 50 km per hour and 30 km per hour respectively. Then find the time taken to cross each other. So as we have seen the formula in the previous one, so length a plus b was, so length addition a plus b 450 plus 550, that is the distance covered, upon velocity will give you the time taken to cross each other. So velocity is, because they are moving in the same direction, it will be relative. So relative will be 50 minus 30, because they are moving in same direction, so subtraction will be there. So whenever in same it will be subtraction, when they are opposite addition will be there, into 5 upon 18 to make it into meters per second. So just simplify, we get the answer 3 minutes. Now boat and streams. Downstream means when water is running in one direction and in the same direction object is running. Now upstream, that water is moving in one direction and object is moving opposite of it, against it. So and still water means no motion in the water. Speed of boat in the still water, suppose x meter per second. Speed of the stream y meter per second. So we said boat's speed in still water is x meter per second, and streams means water is flowing with the speed y meter per second. And speed of the boat, we stream means if they are in same direction it will increase x plus y meter per second, and if boat is moving against the stream opposite to the water flow, then it will be x minus y meter per second. In the case of train it was opposite. If the trains were moving in opposite direction, their speed was we were adding, and when they were coming, means in the same direction if they are moving, then we are subtracting for finding the relative. But here they are adding, x plus y we are adding when they are moving in the same direction. So speed of boat will increase and speed of boat will decrease when it is moving against the water flow. Now speed of the boat or swimmer may be there in still water is equal to half of downstream speed plus upstream speed. So this is the speed of the boat or swimmer, we can say. And speed of stream in still water will be half of downstream speed minus upstream speed. So these are the formulas, just remember them, what is the meaning of these and how we are using them. A boat goes 12 km in 1 hour in still water. Takes thrice time in covering the same distance against the current. Find the speed of the current. So speed of boat in still water is 12 km per hour. It's given in the question, and speed against the current is it's taking thrice, so 12 upon 3, so thrice time it is taking, so 4 km per hour. Let the speed of the current be x km per hour. So according to question it will be 12 minus x is equal to 4, so x is 8 km per hour. So according to the formula which have been given in the previous slides, just do it. and the boat which has a speed of 5 km per hour in still water crosses a river of width 1 km along the shortest possible path in 15 minutes. This question has been done in another video also. The velocity of river water in kilometer per hour is we have to find. So speed of boat in river is distance, covered distance upon time taken. So it is basically 1 kilometer is the distance along the shortest possible. Upon time taken is 15 minutes, so we convert it into hours. 15 upon 60, so it becomes kilometer per hour, so 4 kilometer per hour. But the boat has a speed of 5 kilometer per hour in still water. So now relative will be, so velocity of water as water is going against the boat. So against the boat means subtraction, reduce. 5 minus 4 is 1 kilometer per hour. And this is another way. We assume that river is flowing with x kilometer per hour, so relative speed of boat is 5 minus x. 5 is what? The speed of boat. 5 minus x is equal to 1 upon 15 upon 60, so which is equal to 5 minus x is equal to 4. So here we get x is equal to 1 kilometer per hour. Thank you.